In today's episode, we are taking you to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Surrounded by mountains, this city carries the weight of history. It was here that a gunshot sparked World War I, and decades later, Sarajevo endured the longest siege in modern history.
People not food, no milk for children, no chocolate, no nothing. Serbs have only.
As budget travelers chasing real, authentic experience, we came here expecting history. But we found so much more: peaceful streets, incredible views, delicious local food, and some of the kindest people we've ever met. Is Sarajevo one of Europe's most overlooked cities? Let's find out together. We took a quick flight from Istanbul to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia, and grabbed the taxi to our Airbnb. We got our first glimpse of this unique city and our first interaction with the locals.
I call you, Mohammed.
Mohammed
Yarasha. We just arrived.
Yeah, very nice place.
Super nice place.
After checking into our beautiful and spacious Airbnb, which was perfectly located right near the city center, we headed straight back out.
A lovely fall morning here in Sarajevo, Bosnia. It was a bit cold. I'm slightly cold, but it's okay. So we're here in the Austro-Hungarian side of the city, where you can see the architecture is very, very different. And then there's an actual line right down the middle where it splits between east and west. And this is that line. Sarajevo, meeting of cultures. And on the west side, this side is Austrian-Hungarian, and on this side, more Ottoman Turkish. And it's pretty interesting. Everything suddenly changes. Now this part of town is more like the old city. Definitely more touristic, more kind of classical sit-down restaurants, places, sit down and enjoy ice cream shops. Yeah, it's a thing.
We're trying Bosnian Burek, which is different apparently. So potential. I'm very excited.
Look at this. You got like autumn decorations. Is that cool?
Yeah, we're gonna share everything.
Oh, okay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Deck.
It's different. It has like
It's big.
It's like spring rolls within a big.
Oh, it's huge. After that delicious burak, we continue walk around the old town and stumble upon something very tasty: Bosnian baklava.
Thank you so much.
Would you like 2 glasses of water?
Oh, it's okay. Thank you so much. No. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yep.
It was definitely unique, using more walnuts and less pistachio.
Welcome, guys. Some new and old. Different vibes.
Yeah. So we had some Bosnian coffee, which is different than the Turkish coffee. Apparently they boil the water first, and then they put the coffee, which is different. And then we have some Bosnian delight. A lot of places here, they don't accept card or euro, which I understand. We headed next to check out this old market from the Ottoman times.
So that was the old market, just mostly tourist stuff, I guess. But they got this cool place here. I think it's old remnants, how it was. Yeah, the entrance, they had the wall here.
We had lunch at a traditional Bosnian restaurant with lots of healthy homemade dishes. Absolutely delicious. We saw this lady making a dessert that reminds us of a traditional Arab sweet called tulumba, so we had to try it.
Seems juicy. Yeah, all at once. Wow, that's not people eat it, but okay.
It's different than ours.
Very similar. Exactly what I thought this.
No.
But Happy Yellow is gonna act like she knows this more than.
Last week.
It's exactly the same mix. Very good.
Yeah?
Check out this market. You know how we love our markets? Small coffee. Hello. Oh wow. Oh, this is that part.
It's a very small city,
Yeah.
which is nice.
It's nice.
It's the capital, so it's impressive. It's a small capital.
Small capital for a small place. I think 3 million in the whole country. So. Time to explore the Sarajevo genocide, one of the famous genocides that happened late in the war, unfortunately, right under the eyes of the United Nations, actually. Apparently, there were just 300 peacekeepers in so-called safe zones that the UN designated that civilians can just hide. They took away everyone's weapons just to make sure it's a civilian space. And then one day, like 2,000-3,000 Serbian forces just showed up, and yeah, the rest is history.
We learned a lot about the genocide that took place here, whose scars are still visible more than 30 years later. We saw buildings scattered with bullet holes and Sarajevo Rose marks, which indicate a mortar shell explosion that killed at least 3 people.
So as we walk these hills, every street here has a story.
We started to head upwards through the hills to catch the sunset at the viewpoint at the Yellow Fortress. The sunset did not disappoint.
Beautiful sunset. It's a nice vibes. There's a cool coffee shop up there. I don't know if I showed you guys, but you can take a look at this. On one side, you have beautiful mountains. You have this city that doesn't look like it's supposed to be here. Kind of right in the middle of a valley with huge mountains on both sides, a river going through. And then you see down here a huge cemetery. There's probably thousands, if not more, tens of thousands of graves, all with years around the early 90s.
It was super easy to find a place to eat. We chose this one for our first dinner in Sarajevo.
I like the authority that they have. You walk in, they're like, come stand here in the middle. I'm like, okay, that's all I want to know. And then the table's ready, come sit here. She even told us exactly where to sit on which seats. I love it. Love it. Efficient
Very
people.
authoritative, very efficient.
Very efficient, yeah.
They have one thing in their menu, kebab.
What'd you get?
We had this, or something kind of similar to this in the Global Village in Dubai.
Yeah.
And we are now having this in Bosnia.
It's good.
And it's halal, so.
Due to some unseen floods that affected the region, we had originally planned to spend 3 days in Sarajevo and 3 days in Mostar, which is a city in the Herzegovina region. But a lot of the railways have been knocked out and the roads have been knocked out, so it's like a 6-hour drive instead of a 2-hour drive. We had to cancel that Airbnb. Thankfully, it was free cancellation, and we had to move around within Sarajevo to another Airbnb, which is okay. But now we have these few hours of kind of awkwardness with our stuff. We have to find a place to be, and it's slightly chilly outside.
We found this lovely cafe that had a hipster vibe to pass the time, and it turned out to be a great find with great food. Got pistachio croissant and espresso.
The chocolate croissant was really good. I really liked mine. It was kind of nice and buttery, and they had like Kinder Bueno fillings. Honestly, better than Nutella for me, but it's pretty chill. We did some work. The internet was pretty fast. I even downloaded a full game.
Hey guys, this is Rafa coming for the future. If you enjoy our videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, dear?
Alright guys, welcome to our second Airbnb in Sarajevo. This one's a bit more west than our initial one. We spent more time east previously. It's cozy. Not too bad, but you know, you can tell it's more modern because it's smaller. Got all what we need. It feels warmer than the other apartment because it's smaller, so that's good. You can kind of see the river right there. Oh, you can see the mountains. That's pretty cool. And I guess there's no one in front of you, so we can just kind of take a look at the world here. We have a kitchen here. Oh, look, they got the whole thing set 22.5. That's why it's nice and warm. Wow, it's so quiet. It's kind of pretty cool. There's like a mist or a fog. I mean, there's one car, thank God. Whew.
We found this street with lots of international food options, and we sat on this kebab place that had a cool vibe.
What is this? There's I don't know who designed their coin system, but they go from 50 cents to 5. So.
Good?
Different.
I'm not pretty scary.
Very nice. If you guys like horror video games and horror movies, this is the city for you. Look at this building, guys. It's built to match the Andalusian style in southern Spain. Pretty cool. I mean, pretty sure it was rebuilt, but they did a pretty good job, if you ask me. Here's Sarajevo at night. It's nice and gloomy. You can actually see in the distance lots of mountains surrounding it. There's Hafiala. Let's go find some Burek and keep going west.
Just a few steps later, we found another Burek place to try out. Sarajevo was turning out to be a Burek paradise.
Good.
After recharging on some tasty Burek, we continue walking west along Marsala-Tita road.
It's changing up quite a bit. It's becoming a bit more modern, opening up a bit more, kind of more international stores. There's like super cool courtyards on the left and right. Yeah, it's like a huge commercial boulevard all the way down. Definitely the Austro-Hungarians were here. This is the first city in the Austrian-Hungarian Empire that they electrified. And a lot of people were like, oh, that's so nice of them, they electrified this place. Actually, it was a bit more sinister. According to some information, the royal family in Vienna was actually pretty scared of electricity because they thought it would do something and like do some freaky stuff. So they experimented basically with these people. Like, yeah, take some electricity, see what happens. Thankfully, nothing happened, but it didn't come from a nice place. But who's laughing at the end? These guys got electricity before anywhere else. It's like a hipster theater over here.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Super cool alleyway. Hafiala is liking it, but unfortunately she's pretty cold. She's struggling to open up her heart and look around correctly. But I understand, I don't blame her. Well, here's the area mall. Looks pretty cool. It's got all the brands and a food court. There's our first park here on the right, which is nice to see. There's a park. Oh, this is the president. You know, I read a book. He had apparently a big book. You know, his story is interesting. The president of this country that was in the war, and he was put in jail in the 80s because he was a part of a movement called the Young Muslims, and it was communism at the time, especially after the death of Tito. They really wanted to suppress any kind of thing. So he made a book before he went to jail called Islam East Meets West. And apparently after that he went to jail because they thought he was doing some stuff he didn't do. And then he was released because of the book. They're like, oh, let's pardon him after 8 years in jail. And then the next year they held elections, and he actually won the elections here in Bosnia. And then he was the one who kind of kept Bosnia together through the whole war because Croatia and Serbia wanted to split it up. And his whole thing was like, we're not going to be slaves to anyone. We treat people nice here. They're not from us, but we'll never accept to be under someone else. Tough guy. And he lived through it all, actually.
We went on a free tour and it was amazing.
Meet Bosnia. Meet Bosnia. Heavily recommend.
Yeah, heavily recommend. It's just amazing. The lady, you know, she's from here, so she grew up here. She lived here her whole life. So it's very nice to see her perspective and everything.
And oh, check this out, guys. Sarajevo, 84. The Winter Olympics. It was a pretty big deal here. Our walking tour guide actually was saying they didn't have much machines and stuff, and they were kind of very proud of having the Olympics. So even in high school, they got all the high school students at night to kind of clear out the snow from the seats and everything. And the army was like with their boots just flattening the ground so that vehicles could come by. It's kind of nice to see how everyone came together. And apparently it was very nice. It's good times. What difference 10 years makes though, because 10 years later. They earned that flag, you know? Yeah? So many bridges across this river. It's convenient actually, I don't mind.
Huh?
The bridges across the river, she was saying, there's so much, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
Oh, I see. Well, I think we just landed on a shopping center. Alright guys, so we switched up our malls. We were in that other place that was it's a bit rough. It's built, I think, during Yugoslavia. And now we're in the new capitalistic mall. Looks much nicer, less smoke smell.
So we have this river here that has several bridges, and it divides the two sides of the city. We are now on the other side.
North and south specifically.
North and south specifically. World War I started.
Yeah, basically the guy got shot over there on the Latin bridge.
Just a few meters from here. We're gonna have some Burek now.
Again.
Because I love Burek. So yesterday we tried this Burek. It was pretty good.
Basketball fans.
Today
Oh yeah, I see. It's like the Olympic bullet.
we're gonna try a different one.
No Burek place is the same.
Yeah.
So it's important to diversify and try.
Even in Albania, even Turkey. Each person does it slightly different.
Just one cheese.
One portion. Here we go.
For here.
So I found my Burek. Another one we tried. Cheese. And everyone has these metal plates.
Yeah.
Which apparently is very local, right? They build it here.
A lot of metal here, probably more than ceramics. It's been pretty foggy and cold.
Yeah.
Kind of fits with the whole dark kind of architecture. So yeah, at least if you want a vibe, this place has a vibe. This is a market that actually was hit twice during the war, and it's why after the second time where Bill Clinton announced that he will no longer follow the UN and carry out airstrikes. And it took the whole of 48 hours from the first airstrike until they agreed to have a peace conference.
It's real cold. You might be wondering, why you're complaining about the cold when we live in Canada and have experienced much, much colder weather? Well, we have been on this global adventure with just our packed backpacks, which we love by the way, so we prioritized our summer clothes, not expecting to still be in Europe this far in the year.
Alright, so it's our last dinner here, and we found this place on a Sunday night, pretty open, looked pretty appetizing, and the guy just kind of welcomed us in. We're developing this special skill of knowing local cheap places versus touristic places. You can kind of sense them. They're on the same street next to each other. One of them looks just a bit too nice, and we're looking at the prices and things were like, in the $15, $12 range, affordable, but like tourist prices. And then we come here, we see a lot of locals, but it's kind of nice, like they kind of have a good marketing effort, like the menus and stuff, like, there's some effort to it. So I'm like, oh, this is nice and cheap, it's like a thing.
Some Schweppes, bitter lemon. It's pretty good, this bitter lemon. I didn't drink soda before, but
What happened?
this global adventure has made me.
Opened your eyes to international stuff. Well, it's from 1783, this bread. We're here in Bosnia, aka Ottoman land, aka Yogurt land. Was that inverted? Yeah, it says yogurt. Pretty cool. And this is, it looks like Bosnian made. Alright, look what half we got, guys. A lot of bread here.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can kind of sit yourself out there. I can smell it from here. Yeah, chicken's coming. I decided after so much meat, time to bring some chicken. Dinner's done. It's cute kind of here on a Sunday night. It's a different vibe at night. Things are lit up. Oh, look, it's lit up the thing.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas, yeah, you're right.
The is here.
Oh man, it's pretty cool, this thing, huh? I think it's like a well or something. It's like a water well.
The Sebilj fountain is one of the most photographic landmarks in Sarajevo, in the heart of the old town. Legend says if you drink from it, you'll come back to Sarajevo one day. We didn't drink the water, but we'll definitely be back. To finish the night, some baklava and tea in this lovely cafe.
Let's get some food before we head to the airport.
And guess what we chose as our last meal in Sarajevo? So we stopped by this Burek place. Moment to grab some, and I'm waiting here. I love Burek. The Bosnian Burek is really, really good. Really good. Like, look who's back.
It's an intense situation, but we got it. Let's dig in while it's still nice and hot and fresh.
Delicious.
No.
It's hot.
It's hot and fresh. I think it's our first hot and fresh proper Burek.
Cheese.
Cheese. Yeah. Cheese is the best.
After our last Burek, we said goodbye to Sarajevo and took the bus to the airport.
Our first meal in the van. In any van.
So exciting.